Abdur-Rahim's book. That's the basis of our grammar. But as I stated in the past, Dr. Abdur-Rahim, he was one of my teachers. I had the privilege of he actually tested me to go into the Arabic program in Medina. So I actually got a chance to meet him, and benefited from him personally in person. So I went through this book in Medina. So this book is not intended to be taught by itself, though. This is part of a syllabus in learning Arabic. Unfortunately, people use this book as if this is the all to learn Arabic, but that's not the case. So this really serves as an introduction. It has to be used in conjunction with other things. So we're gonna, we've did 5 lessons in this book. So we're going to try to take a review, because what I presented a lot of grammatical concepts that he brought out in the book, but he didn't go over them yet, because they're going to come much later. They're going to come later in our studies. So, I think we should pick our battles. We just should pick our battles. The key to Arabic in the beginning of your studies is to learn vocabulary words. Learn your words. If you learn words, that's a battle we don't have to fight. Then we can concentrate on the concepts, the grammatical concepts, and the differences between English and Arabic. And if we knew another language, then we can throw that into the pot. But right now, it's only between English and Arabic. But we don't need to be fighting and struggling with vocabulary words. Learn what a word means, and that's it. And at the same time, we're learning how to use our dictionary. I don't know of any Arabic student how you can claim to be a student of the language, if you don't know how to use the dictionary. And then eventually we have to move forward, because right now it's Arabic and English, and then one day you'll be all Arabic. But you have to start from somewhere. So this is why we teach very early how to use a dictionary. I've been at this here, 77 Muslim, early 77, and I've been studying Arabic since 1979. That's when I first started comprehending Arabic. So I've been at this a while.
So almost as old as someone.
And I've been at this for a while, and I've earned my right at the table for Arabic. I just don't flaunt it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying that to say is that my perspective is a whole lot different than a lot of people when it comes to studying and knowing Arabic. I don't teach above my capability at all, because there's a lot of things in Arabic I still don't know till this day. I just don't know. But what I know, I know. And if I need help on something, I can call my son. I can call my son. يا بني علمني هذا ما فهمت هذا ماذا إيش هذا. I can ask my son to tell me what's going on if I need it, or I can call my sheikh or somebody.
You have access.
So it's like that. Yeah, we have that, and that's how it's supposed to be.
That's like we call you.
That's how it should be. This is how we keep the connection. So, with that being said, okay, the first thing we talked about in Arabic, okay, is that when we look at, if we're going to classify words, because again, I said the key thing to Arabic is we have to have vocabulary words. We can't do anything without words. So, out of our 28 letters, okay, give me a word, Ali, that begins with Hamza. A noun that begins with Hamza.
Ard.
Ard. Okay? Okay. Can you follow Ayat with another noun that begins with Hamza? Mumtaz. Iman. Okay? How about you, sis? Can you give us a noun that begins with Hamza?
Only.
Okay? She said only, so we're going to say only. Okay? Okay? Okay, let's move on. So that's one category. So we have nouns, right? So we have asma, right? Or ism. Just write the word ism. Okay, and then we have fi'l. How about a verb that begins with hamza?
Akala.
Akala.
There's many others.
Okay. All right. How about, can you give us a verb that begins with hamza?
I was thinking ikra. I don't know.
That's okay. Ikra, but that's okay. It doesn't begin with the true hamza, but we'll take that. Okay. Because that's good effort. Ikra is an imperative verb. Okay.
Wow.
Any verb then.
Any verb period?
Any verb.
Oh, kasame.
Say it again.
Kasame.
What man kasana?
Kasame is like to. Is that the word to? Let's say karaja then.
Kharaja. Okay. Kharaja. Okay. Kharaja. Okay. Okay. Particle. Harf. Ali. Any harf.
An.
An. What's the word? An. An. Okay. I, can you give us a particle? A harf? Min. Min is a harf. Okay. Sis.
Ale.
Ala. Okay. 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 And we can go on and on and on. Okay. Those are our categories of words. That's it. If we was to take the words, you know, if we had a moral of vocabulary words, they would only go in these three categories. Either it's going to be with the ism, fi'l, or with the harf. Right? And then from these here, we have subtopics. Right? These are the three main categories, and then from these you get different types. So, same thing with an ism, right? We have different types of ism. We have different types, okay? And there's certain characteristics that go with them. There's certain things that tell you when you see a word, it'll tell you if it's an ism. It'll tell you if it's a fi'l, or it'll tell you if it's a harf, okay? So, what's some of the characteristics of an ism? One, an ism, like even with a fi'l, the thing about an ism and the fi'l is that both of these words on their own, they have an independent meaning. They stand independent. They don't need an ism or a fi'l. They don't need anything else to substantiate its meaning or its value. That's the significant thing about an ism and a fi'l. When we say, like he mentioned the word art, you get an idea about what art is. You don't need anything else to tell you what art means. How about a word that begins with ba? How about a noun that begins with ba? Simple. Bait.
Bad.
Bad. Right? These words all stand on their own. So that's the main thing about a noun, and that even includes a verb, a fi'l, is that their meaning is independent. And meaning that it doesn't need another word to validate its meaning. Okay? Kursi. You know, we say kursi, you know, we form an idea in our heads already. Right? That's the thing about a noun or a verb, that their meaning is independent. But now, exclusively for a noun, there are certain things. A noun is going to point to a person, a place, a thing, an idea. Idea here meaning a concept. Like if we say, for an example, writing. Like you may think that's a verb. So let me try to make it.
We know.
You know,
we know it's
let me
not.
try to bring a
Without time.
Exactly. That's the point. Is that it's not,
What you told us before is you told us that it's an action word without the
time. That's right.
the
Without-
constraints of
without
time.
Right. And that's because a verb has something to do with time.
Yeah.
Okay, whereas a noun, it can show, it can exhibit the meaning of what we say, what seems to be an action, but there's no time constraints involved now. So a noun is free from a time, like a time. Okay, like writing. This is in English, you know, it may appear that this is a verb, but it's actually we're using it as a noun. The word, like in English, silence. Silence. Right? Silence. Right? This is a noun. In Arabic, if we think of words like Islam, you know, Islam is not something that you can, like, you know, it's a concept.
Yeah.
It's an idea. It's actually an action. But there's no time involved in Islam. Iman, Aqidah, Tawheed, all these words indicate action. It requires something, but there's no time involved. Takbir, you understand? Like if we say takbir, these are considered nouns in Arabic, or from a grammatical point of view, but it's not constricted to a time. Okay? Another thing about a noun is that nouns can accept the definite article aleph and lam. We can prefix aleph and lam to a noun. Okay? That's only for nouns. No other word can take aleph and lam other than a noun. So if you see aleph and lam, you know it's a noun. On the other end of the spectrum, only a noun can end in tanween. So if you see a word that ends in tanween, you know it's a noun. Okay?
So only a noun can be preceded by
Prefix.
prefix.
Right. Difference. Right. Difference between a prefix and okay. Right. A noun is prefix. A noun could be prefixed with aleph and lam. Right. That's exclusively for nouns. At the same time, only a noun can end in tanween.
That's major because those are the two exact opposites.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Major.
Right. The other extreme.
Yeah.
Right. At the beginning. So aleph and lam is at the beginning, and at the very end, you have tanween. Okay.
Just make it definite and then indefinite.
Okay.
Mashallah.
The other thing about a noun is that only a noun can take the letter ta marabuta, the closed ta. So if you see ta marabuta, you know it's a noun. Okay? And of our four vowels, meaning the fatha, dhamma, kesra, and sukoon, right? All words take those vowels. Okay? All words. But with the exception of a noun is the only word in Arabic that can end with the kesra vowel. If it ends in kesra, you know it's a noun. If you can put a kesra on it, like we can say ardun, right? We can say ardan. We can say ardin. Right? That's what I mean by kesra. Right? Like we can't akala, we can't do that with akala. This is a verb. You can't change that. It's always akala. Ikra, it's always ikra with sukoon. Kharaja. Yakhruju. Right? We can say what?
Yakhruja.
Ja. Right? Or yakhruj. We can't say yakhruji. Okay? Right? And then with a harf, a particle, whatever they end in is what they end in. You can't change them. Okay? So a noun, if it can take, a noun can take all three vowels, and if it can take kesra, you know it's a noun also. That's a sign that it's a noun. Okay? And we have different types of nouns. We have pronouns, of course, and we have different types of pronouns. Okay? Unattached pronouns. Ollie, what's our unattached pronouns?
Enter.
Let's get some order here.
Oh, I always go out of order. Anna.
Okay, that's how you learned them, Anna first?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
go with your order.
Enter.
That's how you learned it?
Yeah. That's the way I learned. I learned Anna, Anta, Auntie.
Okay.
So now you know why.
I'm going to tell you why. Listen. Okay. When we talk about pronouns, we have what we call first person in English. First person, second person, third person, right? You understand that?
Yeah.
You understand that, Aya? Sister, you understand first? Okay. So if you say Anna, Anna is in which person?
It's first person.
First person.
And then I learned.
And then what? Then what you
second person.
Second person.
But you know what? I learned them. I didn't learn them first, second, and third. I learned them singular, plural. That's why I always have that problem. Remember in class?
You wasn't thinking you were learning them that way.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I just learned them that way.
So okay. All right. We're gonna start with Hua.
And here.
Hua. Right?
Here.
And then we're going to finish it off here. Right? That takes care of our third person. Right? Then if we want, we can go ahead and add our duals and our plurals. We're going to skip that for now. So Hua and here take care of our third person. Then we're going to go to which person?
Second.
Second. Right? We're not going to go to first because if we go on, right?
If we're going in
third,
order.
then we're going to go to second person now. For second person, so that's it. So Hua and here. So he and she. And if it's non-human, it means it.
Yes.
Right? Now let's go to second person.
Anta.
Anta.
Auntie.
What's next?
Auntie.
Auntie. Okay? Second person. Okay? Right? In English, we only have one word, you. Okay? You. Out of curiosity, what would our duals and plurals be? Out of curiosity.
Antuna. Antuna.
An.
Antuna.
Uh-uh.
Antuma. Antuma will be for both.
Antuma.
For both, right?
Okay.
For male and
Antuma.
feminine. Yeah, and plural will be antum
Antum.
and antuna.
Antuna.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, and that's it. Okay? So that's our second person, you. So he, she, you. Now we at good old 3, 2.
First person.
First person.
Anna and
Anna.
nahnu.
Anna.
Nahnu.
Right? And then we have nahnu. Okay? Right? And for first person, these are the only two we have. So we actually, in Arabic, we have 12 in total. 2. For second person, 5. And for third person, 5. And that brings us a total of 12 pronouns we have to learn. You trying to count them?
No, I know you're right.
It's not about right. It's not about being right.
Because I'm thinking,
Let's go over it.
Okay.
Look, watch.
because we never wrote them all 12 at one time. I don't think I've ever gotten them at one time.
Let's do like this here. If we had third person, I want you to understand. Look, this is all we're dealing with. If we say he, she, let's say, we want to be able to talk with. When we're on the street, we'll talk on the street. But right now, we're getting ready to go up to Cambridge and all them kind of places, hang out with big boys now.
You all?
No, we don't talk.
No, that's how I learned. That's how I was taught to me. Well, I did.
Stay with me for a minute.
Okay.
Stay with me. He, she. We in third person now.
Okay.
Third person means what? What concept do we get when we say third person?
That they're not in the conversation.
They're not in the conversation. So it's in that vein. He, she. So look.
Yeah.
We dealt with singular now.
Yeah.
Now we want to go to the dual. What will be the dual for that with that concept of he, 2 he's or 2 she's? What word would we use? Them. That's it. In English, see, English don't have that that fine comb like Arabic does.
Yeah.
We say them. That's why we have to say them too.
Oh, okay.
To put clarity. But in Arabic, if we say in Arabic, the word itself tells you the number already. He and she, we can clearly see, because in English, the word clearly tells us. But as soon as you see in Arabic, this word, huma, which is the pronoun for them. That now we already know how many people. It's not necessary for, we don't have to say anything extra. In English, we say them. And then that's why y'all have to, I notice I say y'all. Y'all have to say, watch this. And it just, it like, you know how something just, it burns me like you wouldn't believe. And then y'all do something like this here. Dual, masculine.
Yeah.
It's a waste of
ink.
I'm in the master.
Yeah.
Waste of time. I'm gonna be nice. Waste of the brain. I mean, pick our battles. We pick our battles. Huma is a dual, and it's not our fault that English lacks that fine tooth or that. But it's already built in, so there's no need in you overloading your brain. I mean. Unto like this is what we'll do. Look, unto we'll say you, right? And what do you do? Come on, what do you honestly?
Masculine
singular.
singular.
Auntie.
Feminine singular. Yeah.
Why?
Because that's how it was taught. That's how it was taught.
But we don't talk like that in English.
No,
We're not gonna say you, feminine. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You, masculine singular.
We don't do that.
Yeah, understood.
Okay.
And it's a crutch to our learning process.
It really is. It really is. If I thought it was something beneficial after all this time, then I would incorporate it. It gets in the way. Move it. You don't need it. It's not even necessary. Don't even go down that road to try to learn like that.
What it does is it makes you focus on that instead of saying, okay, no matter what it is, I know that's a male.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have to write anything after it because I know that's a male.
Exactly. That's the point.
Yeah, it makes you depend on that thing.
Right.
Like,
it takes it away from what you're trying to do, which is the objective is to learn Arabic. We're not here learning English or playing because English has it's a defect now.
So if you do too much of that, it's almost like you're trying to put Arabic into the rules of English grammar.
Right.
You're trying to understand Arabic.
You can't do that.
like when he explained to us first about the noun, and he said person, place, and thing, and he stopped. And he said an idea and an action word without any time constraint to it. We were like, what are you talking about?
Dumbfounded.
We were like, this is impossible. That's a verb. He was like, it's not a verb. And so he went back and he explained to us. Then we finally understood the concept.
Okay. Magazines on writing, magazines on running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Okay. All right. So this will be the next pronoun. And huma is used for either gender. You understand? Huma is used for either gender. It doesn't matter whether it's he and she, he plus she, or she plus he. It doesn't matter.
And that's third person.
We only dealing with third person right now for huma. Okay? So it doesn't matter. It's any gender, but the point is that huma is dual. That's it. Okay? So we have huwa, hiya, then huma. In English, we only can say them. Or at best, sometimes we say they.
So huma is talking about people who are not in the conversation.
Look, for an example. Like my wife and Sister Sabira. What pronoun will we use for them? What pronoun will we use for?
For them.
You see? You see?
Yeah.
Okay. Abdur-Rahman and Kwame.
Them.
Them.
We wouldn't say those guys or those women. We would say them.
Them.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? In English now, we don't know the number. And we only know the number now because we know we only talk about Abdur-Rahman and Kwame.
Yeah.
Right? My wife and Sister Sabira. That's how we know the number. But just to say them, you have no idea what the number is. From an English
In
perspective.
Arabic, you know.
But in
it's
Arabic,
two.
exactly, once you say huma, you know the number. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not gender gender orientated now.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's the only, so the asterisk will go here. Number is only number orientated, not gender orientated. Then what's the next? In English, it's the same meaning.
Hold that cord.
Huh?
About the class.
You want me to hold it?
Yeah, it's my cord. Just hold it.
Okay.
Go ahead and use that.
Okay, inshallah. That's good. Appreciate it.
Okay? So next in line, right, is the plural. What do you mean by plural? Plural in Arabic is three or more. From an English perspective, so if we're saying he plus he plus he, English would come out
Them.
them.
So
You
it's the
see?
same. It would be the
The
same
s-
thing.
right.
You would
In
not be able to
English-
differentiate.
In English, you can't until it's something made clear to tell you. But in Arabic, it's a different word. That's how we able to know the difference now. So in Arabic, there's a different word. So in Arabic, it's the English word is the same, but the Arabic word is not. The Arabic word now is whom. Whom now is gender orientated as well as number. First thing about whom is that it's plural. Plural means three or more, and it's only masculine. All right? So if we say whom, you know now that we talking about three or more entities,
Dudes.
and they're men. All right? That's why we say huwa plus huwa plus huwa, or akthar, or more. Okay? Okay? Now we want to talk about here plus here plus here. Right? Three or more. Right? And then that pronoun would be hunna. Hunna.
And that's for
Feminine.
three or more feminine.
See, right. And listen, this is what I'm going to say again. We're not going to, Arabic, the plural in Arabic, this is what a plural means in Arabic, three or more. So anytime we already, in English, we only have two numbers. Singular and plural in English. Look, watch. Book. Right? In English, there's no way to say two books other than to say two books. You can't turn that word into a dual. Or then next, you have your plural. That's it. In English. Singular and plural. That's it. In Arabic, we have three different words to illustrate the number. See that you see what I'm talking about now?
Yeah. You can't say two books. You have to actually
You
say
can't say
two books.
In Arabic, you can turn that word so it tells you that that's a dual. You understand?
Yeah.
It's so many other advantages for using the language that English just can't come next to it. So if we say kitab, it's ma'ruf. We talk about how many? One. But if we say kitaban, it's clear.
There's two.
Two. Then if we say kutub, now we're talking about more than, three or more. That's the grammar rule in Arabic, the definition of plural in Arabic, three or more. So this is my point. So then to ask whom, what's the number for whom? Whom is a plural. What's the foundation for a plural in Arabic? Three or more. That's any plural. Understand? If it was a dual, we would have to say a dual. What's a dual in Arabic? Two.
And that would be
Human, right. Okay? So a plural in Arabic, no matter what kind of plural it is, the idea behind a plural is we're talking about three or more of that entity or that item. That's a plural in Arabic.
So whom is the masculine
Is-
and that is the feminine?
No, yeah, masculine, then feminine.
So if we were talking about, if I was talking about two people who weren't in the conversation, I would say Huma.
Huma.
Huma. Okay, alhamdulillah.
Okay. And if you want to talk about everybody,
Yeah.
whom?
Even if it's females,
Everybody,
whom?
whom?
Oh, got it.
Okay? Why? Because in Arabic, the masculine gender is twofold. It's already specifically masculine. But it also is inclusive of everyone. That's why someone come into the masjid right now, we're going to say, Assalamu alaikum. Peace to all of you. Kum is a pronoun. We come to that maybe today. Kum is a plural. Right? But literally, I'm assalamu alaikum. Like right now, if I wanted to give the two of you salams, and let's exclude the sister for a moment, she's not on the musalla. Right? I can come in and say assalamu alaikum. Right? If I want you just to give salams to her, I would say assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. One person. Assalamu alaikum.
That's how we do it when we to the Rasulullah said we say assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you had Nabi. Right.
Because we're doing it specifically for him. It's not to everybody we normally do.
And if I wanted to include everybody, assalamu alaikum. I wouldn't use anything plural.